point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride. And they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Flacco here on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. There's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. If they have the football, it will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Bortles was accident-prone last year, led the league with 18 picks and an early pick here.
And you know he spent a lot of time in the offseason working on this, thinking about it. It's not that he's not going to throw any. They just hope that that number gets cut down significantly.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Julius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
They gotta broadcast in this bullshit.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Correct.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Now Manuel. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Manuel. To the right side to Aiken. A good pickup there.
Lucky ass
22.
fucking.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete right around the 8.
Not getting in.
Pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. This is Ajayi. And he gets
not getting in.
From the 4
there we
down
go,
to the
boy.
2-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown.
Lucky ass bitch move.
Rashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Many doubted Eric Weddle coming out of college, but they don't anymore. One of the best, most versatile safeties in the league.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles tackle sacked.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to
Three
look out
again.
for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They run again with a J. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And that
that sucks.
comes away. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So kind of a tough break there. No real hooker slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama. Then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The stop made by Kamal Ishmael. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Bortles on the bootleg. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They run with Ajayi. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
It's been a struggle.
Same fucking
game
play.
Trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Now Manuel. And he couldn't hang on to it.
Thank you.
Contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Jags. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the
Only
45.
2 passes I ain't
And
completed.
that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket,
Fucking
firing it over the
interceptions.
middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2
Fucking
remaining
cover
here
3 like a
before we get to
bitch.
halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Yeldon, the lone running back. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Cover 3, back to back. Dude, why don't you stay out of cover 3? I'm glad I'm recording this
First
shit.
down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
We got another cover 3.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's got the hook up to
Boom.
Lee. Touchdown, Jaguars.
What is that, cover 3 again?
Keith Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken. The lead.
It's called
Extra
getting in
point
your
now,
head, brother.
coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
He's all right now. All right, buddy, I want that. Clean that upstairs. Awesome. All right.
I know we are right now.
Thank you.
Out is the kickoff unit as
Hey,
they
buddy.
run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with a jive.
Not gonna
Just
happen.
continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, They were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys use...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Manuel. Nowhere to go here.
Oh, get it. Oh, yeah, buddy.
Shop at the 33-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he is going to be hit
Face
and
mask.
taken down. Bortles sacked. And
Wow.
I know it's hard in live action.
I hate
You
when that
gotta
happens,
keep your
man.
hands away from the face. That's
Bullshit.
a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
They'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the... And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason
Franchise
Myers now
mode
for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
What's up, Dr. K?
In the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off here by Aaron Cole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense.
Hey, Christian.
Time on the horizon. They'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come up in an offset eye. They begin with a run by Yeldon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this game, it's intercepted.
I should have just ran the ball.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
You got robbed there, KJ.
So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Got a blitz.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second down following the incompletion. Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Mallett. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first. fresh set of downs here. Mallet now. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's a Ajayi. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed. Watching that Barney. Watching that Barney. Blue landed. Watching that Barney.
They're going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete.
Yeah, buddy.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green, 39. No. Jack, Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here we go now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Gun.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And a cut to the Jay's going to go. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong. And keep it from being a big game.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here we go now.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there and doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level, you end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
from the gun on third down. Bortles going up top. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mallett now. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's Mallett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Yeldon, the lone running back. Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of a... And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Bortles throwing on second down. He finds Hearns left side. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On the counter, it's Yeldon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles surveying the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And the Ravens taking the field. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
And I'm still winning.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it?
That's
Hard
terrible.
to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Verticals.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And the back goes into motion. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And no, it's incomplete. So a big roughing passer penalty, Charles. And, of course, that's
Madden on your
yards.
side.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Setting to throw, Flacco. And he comes back with one complete. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So they're operating in the red zone. Flacco. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Perriman in motion right. Pressure mounting. Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now Bortles will give to Yeldon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
I'm just going to run out the clock.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 3 out.
Bortles with a knee to the ground, and that should do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jaguars, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6.